Hey friends, in this video I'll be talking about DJI between the Phantom 3 SE and the new offline mode that DJI has. So the Phantom 3 SE looks very strongly like a replacement for the Phantom 3 standard in retail locations, and it feels like they're going with the old design of the exterior but the new design of the interior, if you will. Interior being, how far you can fly it out, 2.5 miles, 4K, D-Log, all that, so that you're getting, so that DJI is able to give you a much better camera in the same form factor of the drone, because they've managed to streamline the manufacture process of that 4K camera, of that gimbal, while also maintaining the streamlined manufacturing process of that old body. And so they're able to run those simultaneously and then bring them together to create a much higher profit margin for themselves, while giving consumers a tangible upgrade over the Phantom 3 standard with consumer accessibility in retail markets. It's a little surprising to me that they did this. I would have figured that they would have put a second Spark model in, as I am very strongly, or was very strongly under the impression that the Spark was supposed to be the entry-level retail available model. However, it looks like the Phantom 3 SE might supplant the Phantom 3 standard, and maybe the Phantom 3 standard just stays there. So it's kind of a really convoluted and complex, perhaps overly segmented product lineup from DJI for their consumer drones at this point. Now with the offline mode, that allows you to fly anywhere you want to. What it does is it takes away a lot of those no-fly areas, and it means that the app doesn't communicate back to DJI, so that you're not having to deal with any security issues internally to that connection. So in early August 2017, the US Army and the US Armed Forces decided that they were going to completely ban all DJI products because of the fact, to operate anywhere on or near any of their stuff, because of the communication back to DJI, which is entirely understandable, because it's a Chinese-based company, it's the US Army. China has an ability to just kind of reach into Chinese companies' stuff and fiddle with it. And so from a security perspective, even though that governmental meddling is probably only a very remote possibility, the US Army has to take stuff like that seriously. There's probably also some other issues that we don't know about, can't know about, going on there. So this offline mode seems like they were going to be implementing it anyway soon. It seems fairly well developed. And so it feels like they just kind of flipped a switch and put it out there because of this really huge stimulus with one of the potentially largest organizations that could be a market for DJI saying no way, Jose. So a great way to describe the offline mode is kind of like incognito mode if you're a Chrome user for the drone. It's not only to DJI that all that information is cut off from, it's all that information to the internet. So you can still maintain internet on your phone, but like for GPS and all that. However, it cuts out the ability for the information that the DJI Go apps are having and using and normally transmitting to transmit out. So that's kind of a big deal. So yeah, thank you very much for your time and for your attention. I'm very much interested in what you think about the Phantom 3 SE. Feels like a gimmick to me. Interested in your perspective. I'm also interested in your perspective on the offline mode, because that could be a big deal or it could not be, depending on whether some of that geofence, no-fly stuff stays or goes with that outside internet connection. So yeah, thank you very much for your time and for your attention. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one.